Hey, what's going on? Today's a great day. Just had a pretty decent leg day, and we're going to talk about something that Jordan Peterson said that really resonated with me. There are 3 stages in life that I think everyone goes through. When you're a child, you're an optimist. You see happiness. Your parents pay for everything and everything's all good. You hang out with your friends, you chill out, and you're very optimistic about life. Maybe you got a lot of hope. If you're raised right, those optimistic tendencies stick with you for a while. They're not necessarily bad, but there is a certain level of hope that's just not 100%. You can't believe in hope that much. You should have hope. You should believe in hope, but you shouldn't rely on it and have dependency on it. Once you have dependency on it, you can't focus on anything in life. You can't really think about anything in life because you're too hopeful. I mean, you should be hopeful and you should be optimistic, but let's be real, there are certain things that you may be blind to if you may be too optimistic, I would say. Don't get me wrong, optimistic and hopeful people are great people to be around, but they can get taken advantage of. There's a certain level of naivety with that. And I'm not saying they're stupid, it's just there are certain things that they are not aware of and they refuse to believe in that can hurt them. And I'm worried for those optimists. And then you go down a path where you're about 18 and you start seeing things in the world. Maybe you're a male like me and the world says you should go to college. You have to pay for it. Oh, you're not smart enough for a scholarship? Well, you have to pay for that too. You're going to have to either do it online, not have a college life, or do it in person, waste your time, not have a full-time job during that time frame, and also have to do a scholarship that you'll have to pay off for the rest of your life. So, what I suggest to you is go down the route of self-enlightenment. I would say that the darkest times in my life, or really in any teenage boy's life, is from the ages of 16 to hell, maybe even 25. And I would say that the best times in a woman's life is probably that age range. Because I'm not saying that the genders are equal, but there are certainly differences in our life. You have your parents. If you're staying at home with your parents at 23 as a female, that's not looked down at all. That's okay, cool. Oh, you're probably one of the good ones, you know? You're not out here doing whatever. And you have a nice job somewhere. It's small, but it's nice. And you're going to college and maybe you got a scholarship because you're smart and you're driving to school every day. Got a small group of friends that you like to study with, and that's that. That right there is a pretty good person. Now, what if you switch genders and you say, okay, you're staying at home with your parents, you're 23, you're in college, okay, great, you got a scholarship, that's pretty good, man. You have a lame-ass job, like, you're not making that much money yet, but it's, it's nice, you're like babysitting or something, but it's like, okay, that's it. See, there is definitely a disparity there as a male. And sometimes that can be a very big burden on your shoulders. And I feel you. I've been there. I probably still am there. I'm still working on that. I'm seeing my journey right now from that nihilistic perspective to a realistic perspective. See, as a nihilist, coming from being an optimist, you think that you're being realistic and intelligent, but in actuality, you're blinded by your rage as well. So when you're blinded by happiness and you're blinded by rage, no matter what, either way, you're on two separate ends of the spectrum. You're not balanced. So I've gone from here. I was happy when I was little, and over time I've gotten over here, where I've been a very negative person. I've been relatively balanced. I haven't been this far out, but I certainly have not been perfectly in line. And I think there are a few factors with that, but I think it's important to keep working on yourself. And I think that if you go down this pathway, you need to, I think you need to be a nihilist for a little bit. I think that for a year, you should think negatively and critically of everything. The world, yourself, people. Don't take your anger out on them, of course. Don't start beating people up or yelling at them or telling them they're stupid. No. Just think about stuff. Be a little judgmental, because you need to be. You need to be hard on yourself, because if your parents aren't hard enough on you, you need to be hard on you. You need to get stuff done. And if you ain't getting stuff done, then you're not pushing yourself forward, and you're going to be sitting idle. And that's no way to live. Regardless of money, regardless of anything, our entire purpose on this world is a sense of accomplishment. Did you have a good time? Did you do something that left a blip in the world? And are you leaving behind a family when you go? Those are the three things that I base my life off of. Everyone wants a family. They want to continue their legacy. It's literally built into your body to do that in all facets. Right? That's number one, your family. Extension of my genes. That's it. Simple as that. You know the biology, you know the psychology, you know why we want to do it, but also at a mental level, at a psychological level, yes, I don't want to be invisible in the history books. I want my family legacy to continue on. Now, I don't have to be a damn, wizard house of dragons that, has a huge legacy, the Lannisters or something from Game of Thrones, where everyone knows my last name in all of the United States, all of the world. Alright, chill, alright? I don't need all that. But what I do need is a history book mentioning my name for something I did, or one of my grandkids did. I need something. But I certainly don't want to leave nothing in the world. First of all, because then what did you really do? You're just a cog in the machine? That's disgusting to me. That repulses me. And quite frankly, regardless of what your religion is, what if you go up there, or down there, and you got nothing on the list? They start reading off, oh, you did a 1 mile run in high school, and you had the best time. Wow. You got a scholarship to college. You had a nice 9-to-5 job, and you retired at 65. Wow. Okay, next person. Yeah, you're good to go in, bro. Yeah, you're good to go into heaven. Wait. That's it? That's all I did? Yep, that's all you did. Next person. Oh, David Goggins. We've seen you a few times. Are they going to bring you back to life yet? Stuff like that. That will mess you up. That will mess you up, because even though you're in heaven, they're gonna trash talk you. Because let's be real, hypothetically in a utopia heaven, that everyone's there from all generations, you can hang out with whoever you want and do whatever you want. When everything is provided, everything that you did on earth is going to be so much more valuable, because in heaven you can do anything, so that doesn't matter. Oh, yesterday, I went skydiving. I jumped, with no parachute, but since we're in heaven, you can't dive, so it doesn't matter. No, what if you said, yeah, when I was on earth, I did skydiving, and I jumped into a lake with a netting and stuff. Yeah, I didn't have no parachute. That's crazy. And then, hypothetically, if you're in heaven, you probably have some sort of, filter where you're not allowed to lie about what you did on earth. Something like that. Oh, that's scary. Not having freedom of speech. I hope you have freedom of speech in heaven. Damn. Or maybe, it tells if you're lying or not, or maybe you're too pure to do that. You would have no ability to lie. That's definitely freedom being taken away from you. Not to say lying is good, I'm just saying that's kind of freaky to think about. But anyways, getting back to where that nihilist and realist thing is different is I think a great philosophical fact or study is the absurdism study, saying that nothing matters, but even so, it should matter to you. You should make meaning out of it or have fun with it. Hypothetically, if nothing in life matters, then have fun every day. Now, don't go crazy, because then you're just giving into your desires, and that's kind of lame. But maybe you should, live a little bit, make some accomplishments happen, try to bring out your family and stuff. And then at the end of the day, make meaning in your own life. You can be pretty happy having a nice family, having good accomplishments, and having fun every day. Those 3 things will make you have a happy and meaningful life. Without them, you're not really living, are you? And that's what's so hard, because when you're 18 or you're 19 or you're 20 at my age, or I'm 21 technically, I don't have many accomplishments yet. My resume is pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it, but it's not a lot. It's not crazy. I'm not done yet, I don't have a family yet except for my own, but it's not my choice yet, so it's not my family yet, you know what I mean? It's my family up here, but the family tree for me isn't down here yet. I don't have kids yet. I don't have a wife yet. I don't have a girlfriend yet. Pause. Anyways, so with all of those things being said, also, accomplishment, family, and the third one was happiness in life. Well, I'm broke right now, so I can't exactly go on a 2-week cruise and have the time of my life. So you gotta have fun every day so I can go play video games or watch some movies and stuff. That's how I have fun right now, because I'm broke. And I'm fine with that. I would like to go on a 2-week cruise, though, or go to Japan, or maybe go hiking in the mountains somewhere and getting some of those nice lake pictures that I've seen on those stock image websites. I want to do that. I want to go on a month-long hiking trip where I've got to boil water to survive. I want to do that in my life. That's a goal. This idiot, I don't know what's going on here. Come on, turn over, buddy. There we go. Come on. Typical scooter rider. Dude, get a moped, get a motorcycle, and take that red and black helmet off. Red and black is such a great color. That was just disappointing. It really was. That's my favorite color scheme. Black and red. And he just ruined it for me. Just now. It was terrible. But anyways, getting back to it. Those are the 3 things that I value. And I would say everyone should value, because quite honestly, religion is subjective. Now, you can believe in whatever you want to believe, and, whatever religion you think is right, and maybe you say that you're morally superior to me for really having strong faith in yourself. But here's the problem. I think that you doing that isn't exactly the most righteous thing, the most virtuous. A good quote I've heard before is, the most virtuous people are often the most hypocritical. And I have seen that in my life, and that's what makes me scared. That's what makes me a little bit worried about committing to religious ideologies, whether it's Christianity or really anything else, is because you're believing in something, and I'm in this state right now where I don't have much hope, I don't have much belief. I'm hoping to get to that point, but quite honestly, I don't see it from here. And I don't want to lie to myself until it comes true. The saying that, just fake it till you'll make it. I really think about that. I really want to try that. I want to start reading the Bible until I start believing it. But in actuality, I just don't believe it right now. And that's okay. I have no hate towards it. I wouldn't call myself an atheist. I would say I'm Christian raised. I have Christian values instilled in me, and I have Christian beliefs that I probably do believe in and resonate with. But I can't fundamentally go into the center of my being and say, loving God, you know? It's hard to do. Quite honestly, it's just difficult. And I'm not trying to be a nihilist at this point. I am trying to improve as a person. I'm trying to be realistic. And with that realism becomes balance between happiness and negativity coming together. I have that nihilistic side that sees the worst in people, and that optimistic side that sees the best in people. I'm trying to bring them together, and then from there, maybe belief in God may flourish. But I don't know if that's going to happen at this time. It won't happen tomorrow, or the next day after that, but maybe next year, maybe a year from now. I have no idea. But at this point in time, I just don't know. And, you know, I don't want to say something I don't believe in. And maybe that makes me more Christian than anyone else. Because I have a lot of people in my life that are Christians. And I talk about stuff to them. And they talk about their faith and everything like that. But I feel like they're hypocrites. You know, there's the 7 deadly sins, and one of them is sloth. Right? Where don't be lazy, right? But these people are lazy. Okay, well, you know, you can be forgiven for that. Okay, but they're there for a reason. The 7 deadly sins are there for a reason. You can be forgiven for everything. So what are your values? You can't say that. You are not forgiven. How about that? You shouldn't forgive yourself. Maybe Jesus will, or God will forgive you, but you shouldn't forgive yourself for that. If you make a mistake, don't forgive yourself. Be better. Do better. Get better. And then from there say, yeah, it was all part of the journey. I don't forgive myself for doing that in the first place, but I'm happy that I've been able to get better from that. I'm glad that I was over here and now I've gotten better. But I wouldn't say you should forgive yourself for that, because once you forgive, you forget. You know the saying, forgive and forget, right? So forgive others, right? Because quite honestly, if every single person didn't forgive themselves for something that they did, that means that, okay, they have a little bit of guilt about themselves and they're working on themselves, they're fixing themselves. I think that you should forgive others and let them try to forgive themselves. Forgiving others is important because people make mistakes. And I wouldn't say that you should forgive yourself because you need to improve. You cannot make that person improve. If someone does something wrong to you, you can't make them improve by forgiving them or not forgiving them. So just be the good person that you are and forgive them anyways. And I think it'll work out better for you. And quite honestly, you'll have a happier life. That being said, I mean, just find peace. I know it's hard to find peace sometimes, but I think you'll do all right. But anyways, I gotta get home, and I think that's everything for today. And you have a good one. We'll explore some other topics another time. I'll see you.